What's going on, Ron? Shout out to everybody jumping on. Shout out to everybody on the app, the MJMG Presents app, Apple TV, Google TV, and all the TVs there is. Salute to everybody. Tim Dog, we originally had a guest coming on today, but we had to revamp that. The guest was in between flights, wasn't gonna make it in time, so we rescheduling that. But today, as you've seen on the banner, we are doing Variations backdrop. Shout out to MJMG Presents. We're gonna have a little backstory. We're gonna listen to the new project that's out by MJMG Presents Variations. We're gonna take comments and questions as well, and feel free to call in. I'm gonna put the number up right there if you want to call in, but we're gonna do that. But in the meantime, we're gonna go over another MJMG Presents release. This is Scrape It by Tony Bosco, and then we're gonna go on to Variations, the new project that was just released, out right now on the MJMG Presents. So check this out. This is Tony Bosco with Scrape It, and we'll be back with the set, y'all.
Whoa. Whoa. We at CFB, MJMG, lock and loaded. Yeah. On my deck, pink bottles under the pergola. On the street, 4-5 free platters I'm serving up. Not sure what you drive, I see a screen when I'm backing up. Used to be on the block with them gorillas, nigga, acting up. Now was a loft with a naked bitch with a spatula. House so dark, look like I'm living with Dracula. Black attire in that black duffel bag, that murder swag. Still good in the hood, she love when I choke her, she love the gag. Stand up, nigga, never backstab. Only backlash when you come short, no excuses when it come to cash. We winners, hater, we run it up, we never dash. Dreams of Stacy, used to clean out Macy's. Now we out Tyson's, I win a hand from housing. Clout chasing, chop, knock you out your shoes and outfit. It's all about the checker flag. Stash one and spin the other bag. Salute a real one when you see him hopping out the jag. Talk is cheap, nigga, we don't talk a lot. We just throw it in the air, fuck up the parking lot. The jewels on me glowing, colder than the frozen pop. I was raised right, you cook, then you clean the pot. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Yeah, I'm from a place where they take shit don't belong to them. No matter how many times it drop, keep the ball moving. We do it how we want, give a fuck how the others do it. Cause when we do it, it's like we doing it for TV. Pally Pal, moving weight like Melly Mel. Blue cap for Easy E. Shouts to running D for the pen and me. Always wanted to meet Buck, I needed him for 10 a key. Instead hit it the V8, the Highland, my nigga Lee. Then back to the city where the skyline is pretty. But on the front line, had to keep that full chopper with me. Diddy bobbing like Smurder, stash house was at Birders. All you hear is gunshots, it's normal every day a murder. Where I'm from, where the young call each other dumb. But my block, we added up the sums. Niggas coughing up a lung, niggas brains on a lamp and wicker. When you know where you can find me on the block where I get it. Yeah. Talk is cheap, nigga, we don't talk a lot. We just throw it in the air, fuck up the parking lot. The jewels on me glowing, colder than the frozen pop. I was raised right, you cook, then you clean the pie. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain. Scrape it all off, rinse it down the drain.
Shout out to everybody jumping on SHU Radio today. I want to send a super duper ooper rooper, if I could add as much into it. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, here and on the beyond. Salute to everybody, and most definitely embrace that to your loved ones as well. But I want to send a big shout out to Vocab, I see you. Casey Rains, I see you. MJMG Presents, Tim Dog, I see you. Z Rose in the desert, and yo Shadow, what's going on, everybody? I know we had a guest this week. It actually got rescheduled a few weeks ago, and it got rescheduled again. He was in flights. He was in connecting flights, and we weren't able to get that moment together. But nonetheless, I said, you know, we're gonna take this day and we're gonna highlight a project that came out. Shout out to Miss Jackson Media Group, who've been putting in a lot of work musically, not just in the show for the Presents SHU radio, but I'm talking about musically. We're talking about from the experience down to Homophobo's project, down to the experience to variations, which we are going to be highlighting today. So today, if you didn't hear it, you're going to hear it today. You're going to hear the Variations album. We previewed some on the other shows, but today we're going to go through it and we're going to give a little backstory, as much backstory as I can. And we also, if anybody want to call in, let me put the number up. If anybody want to call in, oh, it's over here. Anybody want to call in, make sure you call that right there, and we'll take your call in if you got something you want to say, a shout out, anything you want to present to the people, well, feel free to come in. But for those that didn't know what the Variation album was, let me just break it down real quick to you before we go into the first record, and we're gonna go through this whole EP, right? The first day Miss Jackson called me and she said, I got this idea. I want to do a project, and it's gonna be one beat. And you know, when Miss Jackson presents something initially, I give both ears. Even though I got the phone on one ear, both ears open up, right? My eyes, and you know, everybody know me. My eyes be low, and my eyes, right? So she said one song, and I'm like, all right, so like break that down to me. I need to understand. And she was like, everyone's gonna put their own touch to this record, and I'm gonna call it Variations. And I was just sitting there like, that's interesting. If she can get the right collection of artists to pull this off, it'll be magical. And one thing about MJMG Presents, she doesn't even like really wait for artists to come. She goes and she seeks it. So she went and seeked out a collection of artists, and she came up with this album, this project called The Variations. And the first song off The Variations is a song called Blush, by an artist named Victoria Silk. And this one beat was produced by Wave the Creator. Produced this beat, kind of was taking a break from music and was like, Miss Jackson, I'm gonna dump some beats on your lap and see what you could do with it. And she made some magic. So we're gonna go into the first song called Blush by Victoria's Secret. Yeah, I see where I'm at, right? Victoria Silk. And then we're gonna keep the story going. And every song I probably have some information on, I'm gonna share that with y'all. Yo, what's going on? BSF Tone, salute. So this is Victoria Silk with Blush, y'all. Check this out.
SHU Studio, we get busy.
The waves.
I see that you like a girl with curves, ones that have tattoos, who know how to move. Your friends are trying to hype you up, couldn't be more clear. Want you over here. Take your shot, 'cause I'm about to leave. Take your shot and dance with me. Take your shot, or you'll never know. Take your shot, or let it go. Washing my velvet dress, shining under strobe lights, making eye contact all night. And I shouldn't leave my friends, but boy, you got me here wanting to make bad decisions. I see that you like to dance through clothes, so I can hear your voice over all the floors. Got me blushing from the things you said.
I'm glad nobody heard that, boy, 'cause that was bad.
Washing my velvet dress, shining under strobe lights, making eye contact all night.
Shout out to Nate, No IG. Shout out to JR. We got one of them tracks with you on it coming up soon.
Take
What's she gonna do?
Shout out to everybody jumping on. Yo, JRs, I see you, my dude. How you? So, today, if you don't know what we're doing today, we were going over the Variation project released by MJMG. We had for those that's just jumping on, we did have a guest, but the guest, I'm just going to keep reiterating, was caught in flight. So we weren't able to have that conversation today. But nonetheless, we are most definitely going to cover some dope music. And we're going to highlight a project. I don't think we get a lot of times to highlight a project here on SHU Radio by way of MJMG Presents. So today we are focusing on Variations. And we're going to go right down the line of the project. So what you just heard was Blush by Victoria Silk. And the second song in the lineup is called Kaleidoscope. And that's from Mr. Morero himself, Colin Morero himself on the project. And what was cool about the next song, and please feel free to drop your questions or anything, but what was cool about this next song was I actually got to record Colin in the studio. So this was our first time working, and I think this was Colin's second record really back to doing music, which is really interesting. So we put a little disco twist to the mix. That was something that I heard in the song, and I was like, yo, we're gonna mix this a little disco flavor with a modern touch, but we're gonna throw the disco on it, and we went from there. So let's check out this next one. This one is called Kaleidoscope by Colin Morero. Really dope. And again, this is all one track. Every single artist on this project is on the same track. So I would like to hear y'all favorite. And when we play one, and feel free to let me know if it's fire, if you're feeling it, or even if you're not. But let's go into this next one. This is Kaleidoscope, y'all.
SHU Studio, we get busy.
I've been lost in the darkness. I've been blinded by the light. I've been scared of my own shadow and also thought I shined too bright. But you came into my life and opened up my eyes to all I have inside. Kaleidoscope, I'll show you all my sadness, my hope. Just hold me to the light and love me right, and I'll let you inside. Turn me every which way you can. I'll show you all the colors I have. Just hold me to the light and love me right, and I'll let you inside. You showed me who I am. I'll show you every color I have. Kaleidoscope. Just hold me to the light and love me right, and I'll let you inside. Kaleidoscope, I'll show you all my sadness, my hope. Just hold me to the light and love me right, and I'll let you inside. Turn me every which way you can. I'll show you all the colors I have. Just hold me to the light and love me right, and I'll let you inside.
All right, y'all, that was Kaleidoscope right there. That was Colin Morero. Just to give a little bit more depth, shout out to Berg. We're going over the project today, Variations. We're going to play every record. There's a number right here on the screen. If you want to call in, share your input, give some insight, please feel free to call in. If you're shy, you can most definitely text that number as well. I'll read the message live on the air. If you want to send a shout out, if you want to give some representation, anything you want to say. But that song that we just heard, Kaleidoscope, there's one part where the trumpet trumpet goes. And when we initially recorded that project, Colin sung over that part, right? He sung over that part, and I sent it in to Miss Jackson, and she was like, "Yo, I love everything, but I want that trumpet to have some space for a solo." And as little and minute that these things are, right? I'm like, "Yo, you want the trumpet? You can hear the trumpet." And she's like, "No, I want the trumpet to be by itself. I want the trumpet isolated." So we went back in, and I moved things around, and I left the trumpet out. And now when I hear that record, that trumpet solo, it just gives it, even if it's just a little bit more seasoning to the record, it adds to it. So shout out to Miss Jackson on, working out the visions of what she had and adding to it. But she's laughing right now, but there's many times she'll shoot something and I'll be like, "Miss J, I don't know about that, but let's give it a shot." And I can say many times more than the nay, the yays were most definitely. She most definitely cooks up a lot of great ideas. Well, shout out to everybody jumping on. That was track number 2 off the project Variations, which dropped off MJMG Presents. The next one is from one of our winners of the Is It a Smash. Actually, one of our first winners, because Saeed, which goes by Primo Sad on Instagram, and Certified Gauge was kind of like our first winners of the Is It a Smash on our Wednesday show, the A&R Desk. With this record, which I also had the privilege of being in the studio with the individual recording this record. So this was also fun. And just to give a quick backstory, he's from Texas and he flew into New York and he was late to the session. We had a 3-hour session and he basically had about 25 to 30 minutes of recording time. And I was going to stretch it. Just as a courtesy, I was gonna stretch it. And he came into the studio and did 3 songs. Shout out to Saeed, and this was one of them. And this song right here is called D&B. Check it out.
SHU Studio.
The waves.
We gon' make a move where we need to be. You be looking shook so easily. Keep it off the books, ain't no D&B. Keep it off the books, ain't no D&B. We gon' make a move where we need to be. You be looking shook so easily. Keep it off the books, ain't no D&B. Keep it off the books, ain't no. There's no division. All my niggas is dodging prison. Or they drown at the bottom because nobody listen. Never mention the God inside them. I see the children lead amongst the followers. Obvious they for his. Not a system evolved, but the structure the same. Never diss it at all, but I know it's up through the pain. I've been through it all, stumbled through disgust and the shame. But hey, that's just part of the game. We gon' make a move where we need to be. You be looking shook so easily. Keep it off the books, ain't no D&B. Keep it off the books, ain't no D&B. We gon' make a move where we need to be. You be looking shook so easily. Keep it off the books, ain't no D&B. Keep it off the books, ain't no. Got it from the goons and the goblins, the boosters and robbers that move through imposters like rosters, blowing out the fumes of exotic, removing the toxins, improved by the process is constant. That we always build to destroy gets revealed when the void is fulfilled by the Lord that he thought. Made it to the black, run the course, everlasting the portion, the task never forced. When they out for the coin, they tell pros. Sundress got it poking like elbows. Her intention to evoke the regale soul. Ask if she missed a deposit. Hell no. We gon' make a move where we need to be. You be looking shook so easily. Keep it off the books, ain't no D&B. Keep it off the books, ain't no D&B. We gon' make a move where we need to be. You be looking shook so easily. Keep it off the books, ain't no D&B. Keep it off the books, ain't no.
That was Saeed, known as Primo Sad on Instagram, with D&B off the Variation album. It was fun recording that record. Just to give a little bit more context, when we was mixing, when I was getting into the mix aspect, I was saying like I want to run him through a slight filter. I wanted to give his vocals a little bit more dirt. Because it's interesting, and shout out to Jay Ars. He says, it gave me Andre 3K vibes. And that was one of the things when we first went in The vocals were very clean, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna muddy it up a little bit to capture the lyrics content that you were saying. So I ran it through a slight filter. When I first said it, I think he was like, nah, keep it clean. And you know, an engineer, right? Yeah, don't worry about it, I'm gonna keep it clean. As soon as he left, man, I was like, throw that filter on there, boop. I shot it to him. He was like, yeah, just like that. And I was like, yeah, just like that. You know, when you get around some people that really love your vocal tones and your energy, sometimes they might see something that you don't, or hear something that you don't, and sometimes it's a give and take in the creativity, the process. So that was something I did on that, but it was fun having him in the recording process. The next song on the project, shout out to Mo Shmoney, I see you. This song is called Vibes. This song is a song by Bars Robinson featuring yours truly. And initially I wasn't on this song. Initially Miss Jackson wanted me on a song. And I ain't gonna lie to you. When she first gave me the beat, hearing the different recordings that I was recording with people, I didn't want to get on a beat initially. It wasn't talking to me. And she sent the beat to Bars Robinson in California. No, excuse me. He was in Arizona, but he's originally from Texas. I believe he was in the Arizona studio. And this was like 3 a.m, New York time. And he shot the record back to her. Okay, hold on a second. We got a call coming in. I'm gonna cut that short. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Miss J, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. You live on the air right now. How you feeling about your project?
I love it. I love the project. I love everybody that contributes. Jay Ars, I hope he jumps on. Berg Nation, hope he jumps on. They did a really good job with their verses. But I want to say Vibes. Spud.
Yeah.
You did your thing on that song.
Thank you.
I can't wait till you play it.
Thank you.
This song was released as a single already, and the streamings are doing really well for the song, so I can't wait to see what happens with the album itself. We just dropped it last week. It was a long wait.
Yes.
We had a lot of problems with distribution, but we're not going to worry about that in the future.
That's right. We most definitely don't got to worry about distribution anymore.
Yeah, and a little background. Spud's right. I come to him with a lot of crazy ideas, but I appreciate the fact that you listen and you hear me out and you don't shut me down. And I love it when you come back saying, "Okay, that works." You know, that gives me an opportunity to validate what goes on in my head. Not everybody gets this.
Yeah, I really love the challenge of the creativity. Like when you're a creative. You know, there's been many times I've come with ideas to people and they be like, yo, that you bugging, you tripping, Spud. Right. So I understand when an idea comes. I just want to make sure I understand it to the fullest, and I'm willing to give it a shot. It's like, yo, listen, we're gonna make this aircraft to go to the moon. I'm like, all right, let's give it a shot, man. Maybe we get past a few trees. I'm cool with that too. So I'm always up for it, and I love your creativity. Like I mentioned, a lot of times, more than less of the negative, it works.
I appreciate you. A little background on Vibes as well. This song was actually submitted to the Tiny Desk. I don't think it made the cut, but the fact that it was submitted is pretty exciting to me.
Yeah, that is most definitely. It was submitted to the Tiny Desk. It was a submission. Shout out to Bar. I would have bodied that. I would have bodied the Tiny Desk. I know how to put on, y'all. I know how to put on. Don't play with me. I know how to put on. But that is a dope record. That is most definitely a dope record. I had fun jumping on that.
Yeah, I think we need a video for that record. But I do have to say, you were reluctant with that beat in the beginning.
Yes, I was just sharing that you sent me the beat to the variation, and after recording two or three people on it, I was real reluctant to the beat. I was like, the beat wasn't talking to me. It wasn't speaking to me. And I was saying that Bars was in Arizona recording. He's from Texas, but he was in Arizona recording, and he sent you the record. and then you shot it over to me. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I love to spar. And I'm not just talking about, even though I like boxing, I like to spar. I'm a creative, right? I'm a creative. So he also sent us a video clip, and he was like, Spud better come with it. And this was like 2:33 in the morning for me. And I saw that clip, like, Spud better come with it. Like, I don't think people understand how I take this art form, B. And I shut the TV off. I went to the studio, laid it down, recorded it, laid it down, and I shot it back to Miss Jackson the same night. And the rest was history.
The song's dope. Now, you did do a playoff of Kanye West. Do you want to talk about that before we go into the song?
Yeah, there's a famous clip of Kanye West saying, he's talking to Sway. And he was like, you don't got the answers, Sway. So I made a reference to saying I sway on beats, because Sway was giving Kanye advice, but Kanye was attacking him. So I did a triple play on it where I sway on beats. You ain't got the answers, you know what I'm saying? So I played on both aspects, the Kanye West, because I said I had the mind of a Ye, and what I meant was like the creative aspect. Like, I could go crazy, but do some dope shit at the same time. But I also played on the Sway. So I played on that moment, playing on both ends. So if you listen to it, you can capture either end of the spectrum of what I meant. But I meant both. Because I go dumb. I ain't afraid to say it. I go dumb. It's okay.
So we got Slip out here as well, Jay Arsenberg. I hope you guys call in and talk about your experience with this song and what your thought process was when you made it. The number is 917-663-4433. Spud, go ahead and play Vibes, and I'll call back if there's anything else to share.
And again, if you don't want to call in, guys, and you just want to leave a comment about the song or shout out or anything, feel free to also text. I'll read the text out and shout you out if you want to shout somebody else. If you want to shout Miss Jackson out, shout out. But this is Variation, Bars Robinson, featuring yours truly. Now that I gave you a little background of the bars, right, the bar play, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm very, very particular about that. Take a listen to the whole song. Take a listen to the whole song. But I'm a big fan of myself. I don't care what nobody say. Check this out, y'all. This is Vibes.
Okay, now can we vibe? Yeah. Okay, now can we vibe? Yeah. Hey. Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe? Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe? Okay, they like the way I rock when I be rocking out. I'm really different with my vibe, so they be vibing out. Dog, I'm never slacking on my side, we be really working. Just to confirm on my side, we be really working. I know some people who be talking, dog, we call that yapping. And I don't never snap back, they already capping. I'm really me, I don't pretend, just know that I'm invested. Just trying to be a better man, but I need better methods. I'm standing in the light, but nothing's ever what it seems. Don't let them shadows dance and whispers, you know silent dreams. You know them colors blend and blur, has the time to climb. The truth be wrapped up in illusions, corners of my mind. Hey, they say I'm really shining, yeah, you know big motion. Really working analytics, we gon' keep you posted. Yeah, they know I had it locked, when they blocked, they couldn't knock me. Now we putting points up on the board, look at how we drop it. Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe? Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe? Hey, yo,
I've been a vibe since yay high. Now I got Ye's mind. You ain't got the answers. I sway off baselines. I move through New York back and forth like A-lines. Maserati Spud, telecourts, I done paid mine. From Denimore I fought, all the malls I bought, A&Rs I taught. I could talk that talk in every yard I walk. I knew the game gon' pause, so I paid that off. Now the course is different, and the course is different. And the cost of living, SHU, we did it. So them champagne wishes, the president positions. Cheers to the life, only greatness predicted. Need I say more? Go and post it all. You know the story, 24 is gone, so you see it online, it's illa in real time. Hey yo, bars, run that last
okay,
line.
now can we vibe? Is it a vibe?
This a whole vibe, no need in a cosign. Better whole lives and keeping it archived. Live life grind and hitting the rewind. Live life grind and hitting the rewind.
I'm back here all smiles. I love hearing me, boy. Yo, that was Vibes, Bars Robinson featuring yours truly. Yeah, I had fun with that record. You know, SHU, we did it. From the champagne wishes to president positions. Cheers to the life, only greatness. Let me stop. But shout out to Miss Jackson on that. She put a real great collective of artists together on this project and was super dope. Every record has its own feel. It's super dope. Yo, F and Genius was good. Yeah, most definitely. Amazing idea. It really was. The next song, which I also got the privilege of recording an artist on here. This was Delamon's song called Wanted featuring Berg Nation. My man said bars, Spud Maserati. Maserati Spud. That's right, you know, I just had a little fun with the wordplay. But this one was called This one is Wanted by Delamons and Playboy Berg. Is featured the hottest thing in the city, but the brothers transitioned to Berg Nation. And what was cool was when we first got the stems to this record. I got a call coming in. Let's take this call real quick. Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? You live on the air. MJMG Presents SHU Radio. We got Berg Nation on the line. What's up, Berg?
What's going on, my partner in rhyme and crime and everything?
What's going on?
What's going on?
So tell the people a little bit about your verse. And if you, my brother, and you got another device playing, you might want to turn that down for me.
Yeah. Just over there right now.
All right.
I got 3 devices on right now: the Nick game, you, and the telephone right now. You know, I'm triple tax scheme.
I love it. If we could compete with the Knicks, then I love it, bro. I love it. Much love.
Let's the game is important, man. You're always more important than the Knicks, but you know how we do.
Salute.
All right, ask me the question again now that I can hear you.
As far as your record, tell us a little bit about how you went about going into this record for your verse.
Well, shout out to Miss Jackson, man, for her giving me the opportunity and the blessing to come out on such a dope collaboration album. And the idea was so amazing. I was with it. She sent me the beat. She chose me, which was amazing. And she put me with Dalo, and he was amazing already. So I got the opportunity to hear him first and feed off of him. And, you know, I'm working on a movie that you're also starring in, Walking with God. And it went with the vibe that I'm on and the energy, the whole Walking with God energy, as well as Dalo. He's walking with God as well. So it was just meant to be. And I just wanted to, you know, spread the message to the good message on a positive track. You know, there's not a lot of positive music out there. And this was one that I could spread the message with. The guitar was crazy, and it was just amazing experience. And I went into home base SHU studio, and I gave it everything I had to give, man. I locked the door, kept the spirits out, and I did my thing.
For those that don't know, the lock the door statement is a joke, but every time Berg goes into the booth, I actually have the booth where you could lock it from the inside so no one could come in and bother you. And my boy Berg, every time he goes in the booth, he's like, yo, I gotta lock the booth, keep the spirits out, so he could do what he do, and he always delivers, man. So shout out to you, Berg.
Hey, man, you know, it's always magic between us. We've been doing this since 2018. I've been sober for the last 3 years. I'm on year 3 with a sobriety. So you watch me grow from a regular man to a great man, you know, and it was just an amazing experience. I couldn't have done this without you, brother. So, you know, to have an engineer, brother, artist all together in one. And, you know, and we even got together and did a track with Tony Bosco. Shout out to him. So
shout out to Tony.
He's just been an amazing influence in my life, brother. We need more Spud Brooklyn, Spud Maseratis. We need more of you, man.
Salute, my brother. I want to say one thing though. You said I watched you get great. You was always great, and I feel at this stage in your life right now, my brother, your soul caught up with your greatness. You always was a great dude. You always was the person you are, but I think your soul was in battle and conflict. And right now, you and your soul, your mind, body, and soul is at peace, at one, and y'all all stepping together. So salute to you, Berg. Salute to you on your travels and
Thank you,
everything
my
that you
brother.
put in,
God
my
bless,
brother.
man.
Most definite, my brother.
And so, letting the people know out there, you can listening to Wanted, and this is one of the dopest tracks. Once again, MJMG. God bless and thank you.
Thank you. Here we go. We're going to go right into Wanted, y'all. Check this out. This is Delamons featuring Berg Nation.
Baby!
They say money ain't a thing till you need it. Makes you feel defeated. While you chasing the dream, kids gotta eat. I can plant a seed for the season, water it and feed it. But not many can grow through the concrete. Holes in my clothes, must be my style, cause I'm still getting out doing shows on the road. Keeping up appearances and seeming like apparently I've been lacking in showing these fans transparency. Kiki, do you play me? If I got tickets to my shows, will you pay me? I need you for videos, will you try it? Got merch on the road, will you buy it? My labels wanna know, will I sell it or sell out? When times get hard, will I lock in or bail out? I've been here too long for it, and now I long for it. Opportunities here, ring the alarm for it. I've been strong alone, believing I should chase dreams, but every chase makes a way to escape things. So I've been planting firm in faith and I've rooted. Feeling kinda foolish, cause now I enjoy the moments I've eluded. I don't really rap, I just talk a lot. And when I sing, the melodies carry things pretty hard to talk about. I'm in the lane of my own, feeling like a lame on the stage in my own. Your help is wanted, could you give me a sign? Won't you give me a sign? Your love is needed, can't you give me a sign? Won't you give me a sign? Your heart is wanted, would you give me a sign? Won't you give me a sign? Yeah, all that I want is for you to give me a sign. Won't you give me a sign? Yeah, yeah.
Follow the nation, Bird Nation. Just out here walking with God. Yeah, my God. Thank you, Lord. It's an awesome God. Just walking with God. Money is the root of all evil. That's the reason I lost most of my people. Addicted to Perico or the diesel. No love for God, just the pipe and the needle. Promises supply the fentanyl, the procedure's legal. Then it ends up in our hoods, the outcome is lethal. Got these teenage kids popping Desert Eagles. Honey in a casket is when we live in peaceful. Only thing we guaranteed, death is gonna take us. Y'all fight to be rich, but the money never made us. They die for the jewelry, they worship the paper, but that no longer fools me. So when you gonna wake up, these rappers call you friend, but they're really competing. But we walking with God, the Lord is undefeated. Plus he's always there, every time we need him. On the highway to heaven, you can feel the freedom.
Right there was Delamons featuring Berg. Hold on, we had an individual on the line. I'm actually gonna call them back. I'm gonna call them back. They've been calling for a little bit. We was caught up on the set, so I'm calling them. We calling out today.
Hey, yo.
Hey, what's going on? This is MJMG Presents SHU Radio. I know you've been trying to hit the line. I was on the line and then the song was playing, so I said, you know what? We ain't gonna wait. We gonna call you. We got Slip on the line, y'all. Shout out to Slip. What's going on, my brother? He's actually on this project as well.
Just living life and loving it. You know, it's blessed. Hope y'all doing well, too.
We are. We most definitely are. Most definitely are. You got a record. Actually, I think, and Ms. J, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm usually good at this, but you were actually the first record done for this project.
Oh, wow. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
I believe you were the first one that shot the record back completely done. Could you tell us a little bit about your record that's coming on a little bit later tonight?
Yeah, got you. So my track, Sunroof, Miss Jackson sent me that beat, and I sat on it for a while. I listened to it. Usually when I get beats, try to come up with stuff. I sit on it for a while and try to come up with a concept or try to come up with like a certain flow or melody, and I kind of like do some self-reflecting and see how I'm feeling in that moment. During that time, I had a lot of stuff going on. I had I think my brother had just passed away, just different things.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Just different life events that started happening, just dealing with life, and then I started listening to my old music again. Usually what I do is kind of just help me get out of a old rut, you know, just to see where you are in life. There was a track that I had did for the last label, shout out Black Monarch. I did a track for them. I had did one verse, so I used that verse. I was listening to everything I was saying. I was like, that's cool. So I listened to the Waves beat that Miss Jackson had sent me.
Okay.
I was like, man, this is perfect, you know. And this is like actually where I am in this moment. So I wrote the second verse like right after I decided that like, okay, I'm gonna give birth to this verse that like never made it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rebirth it like with a new purpose, with a new attitude. The second verse is exactly where I am, like in that exact moment when I was writing it. We went to the studio. We had to re-record it a couple times. But it was the whole process of it. Like even when like every song I start, the whole process of it is just beautiful. This particular song was that moment too. And that little cherry on top was my daughter made her first little debut, her song debut. So like that was just, this song is one of them things that you like, you know, them songs you write in your life, and it's just like, it's like a timestamp, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it was very beautiful moment to even be a part of this project, be a part of this song. Just me being able to like push that, or give or show or showcase like who I am to everybody else on this project, and who like you just give inspiration at the same time, also while like, you know, just telling your own personal story. But yeah, that's all I came up with this sunroof pretty much. Just positivity, just looking ahead.
I love it. Shout out to you, man. Again, that was the first record I heard that was done by the project, and it set the tone. Because again, Miss Jackson had sent me the beat, and I was like, yeah, the beat is not bad, Miss J. It just wasn't motivating me at the very moment, but when I started to hear everyone touching on it, and then as well as Bars sending the song over saying, yo, you know, Spud, jump on that, it just set a tone. So salute to everybody on the project, especially you for calling in, but salute to everybody on the project. It's most definitely a dope project.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Like, everybody definitely did their thing. I took some time to like check everybody out, and I just loved how everybody just brought this project. And like when we call it variation, it definitely is a variation. I don't hear the same song every time I listen to it.
That's real.
I hear everybody's individual stories, and it's just beautiful. Like, that's what music is all about, you know what I'm saying?
You hit it on the nose. Thank you for calling. Thank you for reaching, and I had to call you back.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. Much respect to y'all, you, Miss Jackson, everybody, man. Yeah, like, thank y'all for this platform. Thank y'all for yourselves, man. Like, being yourselves and just sharing y'all life to the world. I really hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night.
Thank you.
No problem.
Have a good night, my brother.
Peace.
That was Slip, y'all. His song is called Sunset. That's going to be Sunroof, coming on a little bit later tonight. Right now, we going into Real. Real is a song by JRs. He's on right now. JRs, if you want to call or send a text after the video or before, feel free. I just want to give a little background of JRs. JRs is an individual that, you know, I don't want to say I argue, but every chance I get around his penmanship of songwriting and in the sense of R&B, I don't think a lot of people understand how he said, am I able to join live? You know what? You want to join live, my brother? Send a text message, send a message to right now. I'm going to put the email up, right? You see that email right there? SHU@spudbrooklyn.com. You just say live on that, and I'm gonna send you the link and all that, and we could come on real quick after this video. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go right into this song. I'm gonna keep a lookout for your email at SHU@spudbrooklyn.com, and I'll send you the link so you can come on live, my brother. Check this out. This is Real. This is Real by JRs, y'all, and we're gonna set up the live.
Yeah.
SHU Studio.
Baby, me and you can figure it out. I say me and you can figure it out. That's what I told her. If you ever wanna let it all out, if you ever wanna let it all out, I'll be your shoulder. If you ever wanna run up a bed, baby, twist me a sad. She said that she like my
the beginning. We was living low, roaches in the place. Had a strategy so I could get us out the way. Doing real estate, now I'm making pay. Now everybody looking up to me. But I am far from perfect, I am only human. Sometimes it be times that I just don't know what I'm doing. So I strap on my helmet, cause mama raised a soldier. I'm only getting older and colder and colder. You don't know what you do to me. You go so far. Just keep it real with me, girl. You don't know what you do to me. You go so far. Real with me, girl.
That right there was JR's with Real. All right, y'all. So what we're gonna do right now? Let me set it up. I see Jay. I'm shooting that over to you right now. I just got the email. We're gonna shoot that over to you right now, my brother. And we're gonna set. JR's gonna pop out. But like I was mentioning before I got all crazy excited and like, yo, you wanna pop into the live? JR's is most definitely an artist that captures the essence of. We got an incoming call. The line is hot today. Hello. You're live on SHU Radio by way of MJMG Presents. Who we got on the line?
It's your boy JR. What's going on, Spud?
What's going on? I just sent that link. I don't know if you want to come live or the call is good. It's up to you.
Nah, the call's all good. It's still more official like this.
Okay, I dig it. Yo, I was just sharing real quick that you are one artist, which is, I don't want to say surprising due to your age, but you capture the formula of like pure R&B, but you modernized it to the flavor of now. And could you tell us a little bit about how you approach that record Real for the Project Variations?
Of course. First off, I appreciate all of the kind words. That means the world to me, but I appreciate it. But as far as how I approached this record, I just know when it first came on, I was kind of how you was. I didn't know how I was going to approach it. But I just kept listening, and I seen a picture in my head, and I wanted to tell a story rather than just trying to make a song. So in my head, I seen a raw female, raw individual who came up like I came up, and she understand the struggle. And I'm like, you don't know, all that rawness, all that realness, like it just makes me feel some type of way. Like I just love it. Like you just so real. It's not enough real people in the world. It's not enough people that keep it real raw and blunt. You know what I'm saying? Some people sugarcoat things and they manipulate your mind. So I was just trying to capture that. Like I met a girl who keep it real with me. You feel me? Like, but I was just having fun with it, being creative. But as far as modernizing the R&B, I listen to a whole bunch of old school stuff, but we got to keep up with the time and the culture. So I just try to incorporate it, just try to mesh it together, because that's what's going to get the older crowd and the younger crowd. I'm trying to start my own movement. You know what I'm saying?
I respect it, and I feel it. I could hear it, and if you envision the storyboards that you create, you could even see it, man. So most definitely salute to you on that. When you said that you first heard it and you was kind of like me, weren't too sure how you want to go tackle it and go about it, just for the artistry of it, how do you get past that normally if you face situations like that with a beat that you're not too sure what you want to do?
Whenever I get caught up in moments like that, or if I get writer's block, I try to just put something down, and it's kind of like a lawnmower. You know, you got to pull it a couple times before it really gets started. So I put a couple words down just to see what I can get flowing, and then once it starts, later on in the song, that's when I'll really start flowing. And I'll delete everything from the beginning and then just start the song where I feel like where the lawnmower was on, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
That makes super sense to me. I completely get it because I can sit here and say that technique, how you put it in words, is something that I most definitely had to administrate a few times during my writing process. So I completely understand.
Most definitely, man. People think it all just always comes natural, but sometimes you gotta put a little extra elbow grease in. You know what I'm saying?
That's true indeed. You do. You got to put a little bit more effort into it at times.
And I appreciate you, Spud. I just want to let everybody know it's an art thing, baby. Trials and tribulations coming soon. Check me out. I appreciate you, Miss Jackson, as well, for the opportunity.
Salute you. Thank you, my brother. You have a good one, man. Keep pushing that envelope and pushing that line hard, my brother, because you want it.
I definitely will. God bless you.
God bless you too, brother.
All right.
That was JR's, y'all. If y'all just missed, we just played the record Real that he was on. Shout out to Wave the Creator. If y'all heard me mention earlier, the beat was produced by Wave the Creator. He's actually on. So salute to you for creating a beat which many different artists were able to capture a different feel. Like if you listen to this project straight through, it don't feel like the same beat. It feels like a completely different beat because it is a completely different song. So salute to all the artists that were on this project and gave effort, and shout out to MJMG Presents for this amazing idea and concept. But like we mentioned, we had Slip calling earlier, right before this call, and his song Sunroof is about to play right now. We're gonna get into that one. So without further ado, let's check out Sunroof. This is Slip.
SHU Studio, we get busy.
Middle finger at the sunroof. Can't nobody tell me what I'm gon' do. I've been looking for the gold mine. Yeah, gotta free yourself before they own you. One time for my niggas on the same grind. Yeah, hope we all make it at the same time. Yeah, it's a long way to go. On three, let's go. Yeah. God's got a plan for you. God put his hands on you. I don't know if it's true, but they telling me this. I know roads pay with gold while I struggle for rent. Got no heat from when it's cold, no way seeing the vent. Homie told me charge for the future, you should know what you worth. How you settle for the slot when you the main event? I gotta work for it like the homies back in the falls. I change slopes, never slacking at all. I got a hell of a vernacular, the way I flip verses. I'm a spatula, detaching it, give me stop the pretending. Don't know half of the measures I had to take. Overtime in the kitchen, home breaks, rapping to myself for the lines that I've written. One take can change the whole dynamic you thought was damaged. Used to hate and convert to advantage. Nobody came with a cape to say the day I escaped in a major way. My name's written in stone. I pray it's never too late. I'm at the sunroof. Yeah, can't nobody tell me what I'm gon' do. I've been looking for the gold mine. Yeah, gotta free yourself before they own you. One time for my niggas on the same grind. Yeah, hope we all make it at the same time. Yeah, it's a long way to go. On three, let's go. Yeah, I can slide with you. Take a chance, I'll fly with you. All we needed was luck till we discovered that luck was only a product of our actions. But that said, I can try with you. I ain't a man with a lot of scripts in the court. I meet the quarter by painting pictures. Sometimes it takes a different perspective to give direction, give you pain, cause it teach you a lesson. I've been the same, used to call me a lame for doing this rap thing. Yo, they mad cause they life never supported their dreams. Ain't nothing sweet when you out for the cream. Ironic, I got my head in the clouds while I sleep on the comments. I heard you looking for some peace, I'm hoping you find it. You know I'm trying to get at peace, we don't suffer in silence. We gotta break ourselves free from the chains and the bondage. You say you only keep it G when you keeping it honest. This is God's plan, no Drake first, I'm head first. Can't nobody tell me what I'm gon' do. I've been looking for the gold mine. Yeah, gotta free yourself before they own you. One time for my niggas on the same grind. Yeah, hope we all make it at the same time. Yeah, it's a long way to go. On three, let's go.
1, 2, 3, go.
I said middle finger through the sunroof. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I'm do. My favorite part of that, my favorite part right there is when the ad lib. Like my engineer is when he was like, he went to church with the I gotta warm up to that. That's a few sweats, you gotta get the heart jumping for that one. But shout out to Slip, man. Shout out to everybody who dropped something on that project that was super dope. Hey, yo, Waves the creator. I know you be Chuck Chill Out and all that, but I'm putting you on blast, man. That number right there, 917-663-4433. Call that in real quick, man. I just got one question about your production on the beat, man. I think it would be a cool way just to get a perspective from you on that track. or text or however, but I'm putting you on the spot. Shout out to MJMG Presents. Shout out to everybody who's been hanging out with us for the night. Shout out to everybody who called in, everybody who's on it. Also shout out to everybody on the application who we couldn't get to their comments and they just purely listening because of their appreciation. So salute to y'all. We respect and we love y'all guys all across the world. So shout out to y'all because we broadcast live on the show for interaction, but our show is actually broadcast worldwide to viewers on many different platforms. So salute to those that are not here with us. I always want to make acknowledgement to that. We love y'all. So thank you for tuning in, and please feel free to email us as well with your shout outs or if anything. All right, we got a phone call. I think this is my blast call. I think this is the blast call. Let's check this out. Hey, what's going on? This is MJMG Presents SHU Radio. Who we talking to?
Spud, what's good as waves. Can you hear me all right?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm driving right now, so I don't know. I'm just hoping it's good.
Okay, no, you good. I ain't gonna keep you long. You driving and you tuned in and you called in, so that's super enough, man. Shout out to you. I just had a question about the production. When you were making this beat, what did you have in mind? Like, did you envision the sound? Because as we can see, the variations, this record went so many different ways. But when you were creating it, what was in your mind for that?
You know, when I first made it, I was thinking like I wanted to try a more like chill boom bap kind of style, something that I don't really do myself.
Okay.
So like this track is something like different, you know, for me. And I made it. I'm like, okay, how should I go with this? I need to go sample heavy. Let me do a little research. Let me get some guitars going, some drum breaks, some like that saxophone, just different things, different elements, and really like fitting everything together, making sure the groove was right. And yeah, I just felt like it all fit really well.
Nice. No, it most definitely, all the elements really hit. And again, it gave a whole lot of different directions of where it can go. Once you heard the beat you produced on many different textures and sounds, how did that feel?
It was cool. It was quite an experience because Miss Jackson would send them to me. She's like, oh, check it out, like so-and-so hopped on it. Oh, check this one out, so-and-so hopped on it. And I'm like, oh. And so I'd be really hyped. So I'd like run in my car or like I'd get the gym or something on my headphones, like listening to the track. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, it most definitely is cool. Now, I got one last question before I let you go because I know you're driving and I'm putting you a spot on again. Do you got a favorite one?
A favorite one?
Yeah, do you got a favorite one?
I don't think I do. They're all, like you mentioned earlier, they're like different songs. I appreciate each of them. I kind of want to see what they would all sound like mashed together.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I feel that. Maybe that's, hey, Miss J, maybe that's something that could be done. Maybe that's something in the cars. That's something in the cars. I was just putting you on the spot again. I just wanted to hear your perspective as the person who produced the track. Wanted to hear that, man. But again, great work on the production. It was clean as well as rugged. As you can tell, it took us everywhere around the globe. That record right there can tell you that your production on that one was timeless. Situationless and a whole lot of different things. From rappers to singers, everybody went on it. So salute to you on that as well.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Much love.
Thank you. And drive safe, man. Drive safe.
Absolutely.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
You as well.
Peace. That was Waves, the creator, the beat of the Variation track. Yo, Ty, was good. For those that just jumping on right now, we just went over the whole entire Variation project from the beginning to end on it. We had every single artist's song get played, and shout out to all the artists that submitted. Just to give everybody a quick rundown, we had Blush with Victoria Silk, Kaleidoscope with Colin Marrero, DMB with Saeed, he goes by Primo Sad. We had Wanted with Delamons and Berg Nation. Then we had Real with JRs, and then we closed it out with Slip with Sunroof. It was a really great combination of artists and tunes. Salute to everybody. Miss Jackson said great show. Salute to Miss Jackson again for this concept. It was a really dope idea. And for all the artists on right now and listening later, when you hear about projects like this or moments like this is a good example of how that one record that you're not sure where it can go could possibly go in many directions. And like JR says, sometimes you gotta pull the lawnmower. Sometimes it don't come to you. Even if you want to take my situation, Miss J gave me the beat and I was like, I don't know. And then I heard bars on it and I was like, alright, this is something I could ride. So energy comes in many different forms. Creativity comes in many different pictures. How you blend the two can create magic. So sometimes you might have to sit and wait a little while to get the song. Sometimes you gotta pull the lawnmower, and sometimes you gotta hear an idea that might sound too crazy. Shout out to Miss Jackson. That might sound too crazy to make something special. So create, y'all. That's all my word of advice to y'all is create, have fun, find that place, draw from your emotions, draw from your situations, draw from your imagination, draw from your dreams, draw from wherever inspires you to tell that story, because you can guarantee one thing, if not many. Whatever you say, and I don't care whatever it is in the world you say, there is someone right now waiting to hear it. There is somebody right now that needs to hear it, and there's somebody right now who might not even know they want to hear it, but when they hear it, it's inspirational. It triggers a thought. Create, y'all. Forget algorithms. Forget how many followers. Forget if you got something to say it. Just say it. And let it work its way. Don't get lost into the noise, y'all. Salute to everybody out. It was a really dope show. Again, we were supposed to have Eddie G jump on, but he was caught between flights. So today we just opened up the whole variations. We had people come in and we got some background stories. So salute to everybody. Let's give another round of applause to everybody. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to all the artists that submitted, all the artists that called, everybody that was on this project. I had fun recording a lot of the people on this project. It was super dope. Normally, I asked our guests on SHU Radio this one question. I always ask them if they could go back. I ask every guest this right on the show, and I refuse to let the day go by. And not kind of revert this question, because that's kind of like the theme of MJMG Presents SHU Radio. We asked that one question, right? And I always make notice of that one question. But I'm not going to ask that one question in the sense of if I could go back in time, what would I do different? I'm gonna kind of rephrase that. Now that I could look back at the time, and I'm gearing this to this project. If I could go back to this time, and if I could say one thing to Miss Jackson, now that I know everything, I would just say, Miss J, you're a genius. Shout out to everybody, man. Have a good night. This was super dope. If you don't check out the project, and I'm gonna close out with Vibes. I'm sorry. I'm picking my record that I'm on. Yep. This was strategic. Yep. And it's partial, and it's a conflict of interest. It's all that. I don't got no problem saying I'm picking this record because I'm on it, and it's my favorite. That's right. But shout out to everybody, y'all, man. If you didn't check out the project, Variations by MJMG Presents, check it out. It's on all platforms right now. Y'all be safe and y'all have a good night. This is Vibes, the Bars Robinson, featuring yours truly, Spot Brooklyn. Y'all have a good night, man. Much love.
Okay, now can we vibe? Yeah. Okay, now can we vibe?
We get busy.
Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe? Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe? Okay, they like the way I rock when I be rocking that. I'm really different with my vibe, so they be vibing that. Dog, I'm never slacking on my side. We be really working. Just looking looking firm on my time, we be really working. I know some people who be talking, but we call that yapping. And I don't never snap back, they already capping. I'm really me, I don't pretend, just know that I'm invested. Just trying to be a better man, but I need better methods. I'm standing in the light, but nothing's ever what it seems. Don't let them shadows dance and whispers, you know silent dreams. You know them colors blend and blur, that's the time to climb. The truth be wrapped up in illusions, corners of my mind. Hey, they say I'm really shining, yeah, you know big motion. Really working analytics, we gon' keep you posted. Yeah, they know I had it locked. When they blocked, they couldn't knock me. Now we putting points up on the board. Look at how we drop it. Okay, now can we vibe? Yeah, 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 yeah. Is it a vibe? Yeah, yeah. Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe?
Hey, yo, I've been a vibe since yay high. Now I got yay's mind. You ain't got the answers, I sway off baselines. I move through New York back and forth like A-lines. Maserati spud, telecourts, I done paid mine. From Denimore I fought, all the malls I bought, A&Rs I taught. I could talk that talk in every yard I walk. I knew the game gon' cost, so I paid that off. Now the course is different, and the course is different. And the cost of living, that's SHU, we did it. So them champagne wishes, the president positions. Cheers to the life, only greatness predicted. Need I say more? Go and post it all. You know the story, 24 is gone, so you see it online, it's ill in real time. Hey yo, bars, run that last line.
Okay, can we vibe? Is it a vibe? Okay, now can we vibe? Is it a vibe?
This a whole vibe, no need in a cosign. Better whole lives and keeping it archived. Live life grind and hitting the rewind. Live life grind and hitting the rewind.